Fried Clam Highway is Massachusetts Route 133, passing through Essex, Ipswich, and Raleigh. It has long been contested which town was the first to introduce this delicacy to the public. If you live in Essex, then Woodman's was the first in 1916. If you are from Ipswich, it was the Whitecap Seafood Restaurant. But whatever the truth is, there are always hungry customers lined up at all the fried clam restaurants in this area. But before the clams can be fried and eaten, they first have to be dug in the massive clam flats in these three towns. Ipswich is not a big industrial town, but it does have some unique businesses. Of course, the Ipswich clam is known worldwide, so that industry flourishes here. There are several clam processing plants located around the town, employing quite a few people.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
What's your first name?
I'm Charlotte.
I'm Jared.
Okay, and are you from Ipswich?
We are.
Yes, we are.
Okay, but you told me earlier when I met you that you've never been to the pub before. Is that right?
Never been.
Never
First
been.
time.
Yeah.
And do you like clams?
Love clams.
You love
You
clams.
gotta if you're from New England.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get the waitress in here and get you started.
Sounds
Awesome.
good.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you guys today?
Doing well, how are you?
Great. What would you like to have for lunch today?
I'll do the fried clam appetizer, please.
Clam appetizer?
Yeah, I'll do that as well, please.
Okay. Would you like anything else with that today?
I think that's it.
Good.
Yeah, that'll do
All
it.
right.
Thank
Grab
you.
these out of your way for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Enjoy.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Oh, clam down.
That's a lot of clams.
I know. May talk. I did. You're right.
Let me see. Dude, Phil had me on Instagram. Am I there? What? I don't know how he would find that. Well, I don't know how he would know to follow it because nothing in it like looks like.
The Essex Salt Marsh is part of the Great Salt Marsh of the North Shore, which stretches from Gloucester to Hampton, New Hampshire. These 20,000 acres of salt marshes and tidal rivers provide the area with a formidable supply of clams, mussels, oysters, and a vast assortment of Atlantic fish. And so, some of the greatest seafood restaurants in the country are to be found here. Essex is home to many of them. Most everyone living on the North Shore has at one time or another dined at J.T. Farnham's, Woodman's, the Village Restaurant, Periwinkle's, Lewis's, and Essex Seafood.
Hi, I'm Keith Pooler from Bergamot Restaurant in Somerville, and I'm here to talk about frying clams. Frying clams, I grew up in the North Shore, in Frying Clam Central, they call it. And one of the things that we always look for is, with a frying clam, is the size of the belly. The belly should be, depending on what you're looking for, nice and small in my opinion, because it creates a perfect bite. It has less grit, less sand, and it determines overall quality. If you want, you can get with the shell on and shuck them. It's a little bit tedious, but it can be done. About a pound will yield you about 1 cup's worth of clams. Buying them by bulk, you can go into a fishmonger or get them online. All right, so here we're frying the clams. We have our shucked clams. We're going to add this to corn flour and AP flour. It's a 50-50 blend. You can change it up however you want. You can have white corn flour. You can add a little cornstarch to make it a little crunchier. This is a classic seen on many fry shacks. This is what I grew up with. So we just add the clams to the flour. And the most important part of this is you want to make sure that the clams are completely covered in the flour. You don't want any wet spots. So you got them nicely covered, and we go over to our pot of oil. And the most important thing with the pot of oil is you want a heavy gauge pot, because that will retain its temperature. So, and also you can fry with either peanut oil, canola oil, whatever type of oil that you want. But you want to make sure that the pot is rather tall and it's filled halfway up, and there's no chance of overflow. If you were doing this in a shallow pan, that once you add the clams, it'll overflow and cause a fire on your stove. So now that we have them all incorporated with the flour, you want to make sure there's no excess flour. We're going to come right over, and the temperature of the oil is 350 degrees. So that's very important. And you don't want to add so many clams that the temperature of the oil drops dramatically. The clams will take 1 to 3 minutes to fry, depending on the temperature of your oil. If your temperature of your oil is at 350, it'll take about 1 minute. At 325, more like 2 to 3 minutes. You're just going to add the clams. You're going to hear a nice little sizzle. If you don't hear that sizzle, the clams are not, the temperature of the oil is not high enough. You want to take the temperature early on. You just want to get, they're already starting to get crunchy. All the bubbling and all the activity on the top is just the excess water coming from the clams frying off. They're going to get a nice golden brown. There they are. You're going to take them, you're going to drain them off. It's a very quick fry, especially if you get those nice, beautiful small bellies. There we go. You're just going to drain all the excess oil. You're going to toss it in a bowl. We're going to season it up. Just give it a little toss. And we're going to go to the plate, and we're going to add it to our homemade tartar sauce. There we go. Nice big pile. The best thing, one of the best things with fried fish is lemon. So what we have here is a little grilled lemon. And to keep with the fried theme, we have a little bit of fried parsley. Just get a top off. There we go. So what we have here is fried clams and homemade tartar sauce.
Essex, Massachusetts is a small North Shore town of 3,500 people. From 1634 to 1819, it was part of Ipswich and called Tobacco Parish, where Reverend John Wise set up a church in 1683. Today, most people know Essex for its seafood restaurants and antique shops. One of those eat-in-the-rough restaurants is Woodman's. Founded in 1914 by Chubby and Bessie Woodman, the Clam Shack became the originator of the fried clam and really packs in the hungry visitors in the summer months. No visit to Essex would be complete without an Essex River cruise. My favorite time to venture out on the river is just at dusk, so I can see the magnificent sunsets on Ipswich Bay. As a video producer, I have learned that beauty lies all around us. You just have to know where to look. And believe me, there's plenty of beauty in Essex, Massachusetts.
You're doing more. Right. I do quite a bit with cats. Yeah. But you're a bigger business, you
That's Castle Hill over in back there, over in Ipswich. And Crane Beach, the barrier beach is up ahead of us, Crane's Beach. It's a 5-mile-long barrier beach. And this is Corn Island up here on the right.
Now it's on to Rowley, Massachusetts, where they dig their own clams around the Rowley River and serve them at the famous Agawam Diner on US Route 1.
We actually have customers who come here 3 times a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have people come from Boston. They just hang out of that clam strip roll. You can't even lift the clam strip roll. You gotta start eating the clam strips before you can get to the roll. It's a great flavor, I'm telling you. You get the sweet butter on the roll. I like it with tartar sauce. It's really good. And I know it's a diner, and I know people say, you have seafood? I go, try it. I guarantee you will love it. And they do. They're like, oh my God, this is great. We're coming back.
Clamming has to be one of the most difficult and uncomfortable occupations. The clammer must endure the harshest weather, unprotected from the wind and cold on muddy, wet clam flats. While digging, the clammer bends over to use his clam fork, which must be extremely taxing on the back muscles. Since fried clams are a year-round delicacy, the clammer must expose himself to all kinds of temperatures, harsh winds, the heat of July and August, and the constancy of being uncomfortably wet. But these brave souls will get up before dawn and stay on the clam flats even after dark, depending on that day's low tides. I apologize for the shakiness of the video. My camera was on a tripod, but still buffeted by the wind. 3 cheers for these pertinacious providers of one of our favorite foods. Now I'd like you to see some fantastic photos by Ipswich photographer Coco McCade.
Friday, April the 8th at approximately 5 a.m. There was enough rainfall to close area N5, the River, area N5.1, Fox Creek. Therefore, flat status. Area N3 is open. Area N4, Plum Island Sound, is open. Area N6 is open. Area N7 is open. Area N5, the River, area N5.1, Fox Creek.
Well, that's our show for today. I hope you have learned a few things about fried clams, clamming industry. I've taken you from the digging of the clams, to the shucking of the clams, to the cooking of the clams, and finally, by the very delightful eating of the clams. I hope you enjoyed today's show as much as I enjoyed shooting it. Bye for now.